Welcome to 99 Politics. Today we are going to talk about Article 15 of the Constitution of India. Now, most people think that Article 15 is the right to equality. Actually, the right to equality is Articles 14 through Article 18. Article 15 specifically talks about prohibition of discrimination on the grounds of religion, race, caste, sex, or place of birth. The first clause of Article 15 talks about the state not being able to discriminate against citizens on those grounds. The state is the most important thing here. What it means is that the state cannot legally create any kind of targeted discrimination against all these categories. The second clause talks about a citizen being denied or a citizen being targeted due to specific things, like being subject to a disadvantage or a liability, that is a blame for something, or having some limits placed on them or some demands placed on them because of their religion, race, caste, sex, or place of birth. The subclauses of the second clause talk about the public infrastructure, and public is the main point because this does not stop the existence of exclusive groups. Exclusive groups are allowed to exist, but public infrastructure is open to all. Then the third clause creates exceptions in Article 15, exceptions for women and children. Similarly, the fourth clause talks about the socially and economically backward classes, scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, minorities. It creates exceptions for minorities, and it's fair that Article 29 is mentioned because Article 29 is about the protection of interests of minorities. So the fourth clause creates exceptions for minorities, and the fifth clause talks about minorities and admission to educational institutions, including private educational institutions. So it creates exceptions for minorities in admissions to educational institutes. The sixth clause talks about special provisions, exceptions for economic minorities, that is, poor people, and exceptions for poor people in admission to educational institutes. This is the law that was passed in 2019, which includes 10% reservation for poor people of the general category. So look at the 6 clauses. The first 2 define what is prohibition of discrimination, and the next 4 create exceptions for women and children, for minorities, that is social and economic minorities. The interesting thing here with these exceptions is that without these exceptions, reservation as we know it cannot exist. You might feel that these exceptions hamper your right to equality. But the Constitution basically recognizes that reality itself is unequal, and these exceptions, which allow for the creation of a reservation, are its way of trying to get equality. So that was Article 15, one of the parts of the right to equality. Please share this video, leave a comment down below of what you thought of it, and I'll see you all in the next one.